What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. Yesterday, we had a day where we could have done a lot better if some things went just a little bit differently. We ended up going down about 2 units yesterday, which again, don't panic about 2 units, guys. That is not going to be something that is going to help you long term if you're panicking about a day-to-day result, especially going down 2 units, which on the long term of things, on the grand scale of things, absolutely nothing. Again, obviously, I try to win every day, but you'll see here, we go down and we hit a 3.5x. Now with this entry here, this guy pushes at 10, and it honestly kind of makes me mad. We only get a 3.5x for an entry like this, because at the end of the day, we still hit a 3-man. So I think we should have at least got a 4.5x, a 5x, maybe even a 6x for this entry, but we only get a 3.5x, which is unfortunate because this was a 9.5x, so it wasn't even payout shifted that much. But yeah, we have this here, and I do want to go into the League of Legends game. I think this is a big teaching opportunity, because with League of Legends, it's so correlated, it's not even funny. And then I do have a Call of Duty entry today, which I believe is my first Call of Duty entry in quite a while on this channel. I bet on Call of Duty on the VIP quite a lot. It only really happens over the weekends. But you guys are going to learn about League of Legends. You guys are going to learn about Call of Duty correlation and a little bit of Dota as well, which I want to sprinkle in. So again, a lot of stuff to get into in today's video, but we pretty much bet the OMG guys to go under. So you'll see I took the 2 unders, and then we bet the IG guys to also go under, and they ended up playing each other. And I want to show you guys how this game actually turned out. Now, this was the play that I sent out yesterday with Siakam's discount. If you guys saw the day before that, there was a Jokic discount. We actually hit the 2 guys that we took. Jokic just missed by 0.5, so that was unfortunate. I did see that some of you guys ended up not taking Jokic in that play and subbed in one of your own plays or something and did hit a 3-man with the plays I took. But you'll see, I think in the Jokic play, I took the unders as well. But in this play here, the overs hit like crazy, and you're going to see, and you might be like, well, we took this guy under and he had 23 kills. What are we doing? Why did we take this guy over when he had 23 kills? And I'm going to show you why. And I want to get into this game because I watched the game a little bit. It happened at like midnight or 1 a.m. And it was a complete slaughter fest by IG, right? You're going to see the actual game that was played right here, right? This happened again at 12 at midnight. You'll see the game started then. And the first game happened 22-11. Okay, so you're going to see in all these games, this IG team pretty much gets double the amount of kills as the other team. Why? Because they won the games. Okay, they 3-0'd them. They completely clean swept them. It was not even close in any of these games. So the second game, 13-5. This game, a lot of these, again, these guys get all the kills. These guys don't get as many kills because they only had 5 kills in it as a team in total. Third game, 26-14. So again, all of these guys get a ton of kills. This guy literally gets 12 kills in that last map there because his team completely dominated. And all of these guys, a lot of them do go under. You'll see Starry, who's actually the best player on this team, goes 0-9. So he gets 0 kills, 9 deaths. And the guys that we bet on were this Rio guy and Haichu. Haichu 1 kill in the first map. In the second map, 3 kills, which was honestly high for him even because you'll see 0 kills, 3 kills, 1 kill, 1 kill, okay? So even getting 3 kills in this game was a little bit lucky. And then the third game, he got 6 kills. So 3 kills, 4 kills, 6 kills, 0 kills, 1 kill. And yeah, it's unfortunate because he did kind of overperform even for his team. But even though he overperformed, he still ended up pushing at 10, which is important to understand because the reason why he did that is because they lost all 3 games. Now, obviously, I wish I would have been on Starry instead of Haichu. I wish I would have been on this Hiri guy instead of Haichu because Haichu was the only guy who ended up pushing on his team. But again, hindsight's 2020, guys. There's a lot of things I wish I would have done better in betting, obviously, right? But we can't go back and fix things. If this guy got 1 less kill, we would have hit this for a 9.5x. And then I didn't really explain this, but Phonic and Wei, they were on the other team, right? So Wei, Phonic 12 kills in this game, Wei 6 kills. And again, if you win all 3 games, there's really no way you're not going over. And they went over by quite a lot, right? This guy went over by like, 7 kills or something like that. So again, that's how League of Legends works. It's very correlated. If a team wins, they're going to get more kills. If a team loses, they get less kills. Just rounding this out on Sleeper, pretty much this game ended up canceling, so we actually got our money back. I don't know what happened in that game. And then Karl-Anthony Towns does go over by about 1 point in rebound because this game goes to overtime, which is unfortunate because if the game didn't go to overtime, we would have definitely hit this play, but hey, that's how it is, And then this one, in Dota, you'll see this little 5 here. I bet a lot of unders on Dota. Dota because there's positions in Dota. So there's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, and it's kind of like any sport, right? You have a player that's going to be kind of the star player, which is more the 1 and 2s, and then you have a player that's going to be more of a support player, an assist player, just do the dirty work type guys, and those are the 4 and the 5s. So the 5s rarely get kills. The first map, this guy got 0 kills whatsoever in the first map because his team lost, and then the second map, he gets 5 kills, which is honestly pretty high for a support. Normally, even in a win, they're only getting like 2 kills. So it is unfortunate. This guy did get 5 kills in just one map. And I watched the game a little bit too yesterday. Super close to going under and actually just having 4. So like I said, we left a couple of things on the table. Not really anyone's fault, just that's how betting is sometimes, right? This guy gets 1 less kill. It would have been a very different day because a 9.5x would have actually gone us up 8.5 units from that entry alone, and this would have obviously then boosted us up from this. If you guys don't know, I track absolutely everything. One thing that's super important to understand is the record, guys. You're gonna see we have over 200 losses so far this year. Okay, not even 200, like more than 200 losses this year, and we only have 68 wins on PrizePicks. Again, why is that? Think about it. Why do we have so much less wins than losses on PrizePicks? It's because when we hit on PrizePicks, we are hitting 6x's, we're hitting 9x's, we're hitting 10x's, okay? So when you hit these 6x's and 9x's and 10x's, you don't have to hit very many of them to be profitable, all right? If you hit 1 10x, this number is going to go up by 1, so this might turn into a 69, and then this number right here is going to go up. Sometimes you might miss 7, 8 in a row before you hit 1 10x, but if you hit 1 10x, you're going to go up 9 units. You miss 7 entries, you'd still go up 2 units, all right? So think about the math of these things. You're going to also see I track all my straight bets. I actually did not update this, so this is from a couple of days ago, but this should be about 16 because the only play that we really have taken the past couple of days is the Lakers pick. And this will be at about 16, but you'll see the record here, guys, is we actually win more than we lose on the straight bets. And again, think about that. Why do we win more than we lose on the straight bets? And it's very different than the parlays because the straight bets, we're taking a lot of 50-50 bets. We're taking, minus 110, minus 150, plus 150. We're taking just a lot of even odds bets on the straight bets. We're not taking these crazy parlays that are 9x and 10x, all right? So understand that. One thing I highly recommend, especially, on losing days or any day, whatever it is, guys, is track all your bets. It's the number one thing that I see people struggle with is they get on a little bit of a losing streak and they can't zoom out. They have nowhere to go to zoom out and be like, actually, on the year, we're up close to 50 units. So we're doing very well. We're not even 50 days into the year yet. Pikkit is the best way to track your bets, guys. You can use that in the description. It's completely free. You just link your account to Pikkit, all right? So 3 picks in today's video, all right? So hopefully you guys did learn something about League and Dota a little bit, and then I do want to teach you guys a little bit about Call of Duty, which I will get into. But the first pick of the day is on REBET. Another one of those underdog picks that I like, which is going to be the Pacers money line, guys. We have hit some underdog plays recently as well, but I am going to take Pacers money line in tonight's game against the Nets, and we're taking them at plus 204, all right? 2 really bad teams, honestly. This game could really go either way. With bad teams, they might shoot horribly. They might just honestly start tanking and stuff like that. That's what ends up happening at this point in the year is teams just start tanking really. And again, I'm taking the Pacers money line in this game. It is 30 to win 91 in my REBET app right now, and that's going to be a 3x for us. All right, so this is a 3x your money right here that you can get on REBET. If you don't have REBET yet, all of these orange states REBET's available in. You'll get a $100 deposit match. I had someone sign up for REBET the other day, and they ended up getting $150 in free bets. I don't know how they did it, but there was some promo going on REBET, and they're like, hey, I got 150 actually free, and I'm like, hey, that's great, so they're always running these little discounts all the time. And go ahead and sign up for REBET. You'll also get 2 free months of the VIP. All right, so it's as simple. If you want to profit long term, guys, get into the VIP. All right, it's literally as simple as that. You'll see the past 2 years we're up 900 units, and again, I always talk about this, but you guys see it up and to the right. That is exactly what we're aiming for there. So first bet, Pacers money line. Second bet, let's get into this discount here with Donovan Mitchell, and we're taking Donovan Mitchell over. It looks like these star discounts are actually happening every single day of the week, which is great. Again, thank you for filling me in on these comments. Sometimes I just, put my head down and find these bets. Again, a lot of bets going to be sent out today. I got my white monster next to me, so get ready for a lot of bets. I'm going to be absolutely locked in after I post this video. And then we have Noah Clowney to go over 4.5 rebounds. Now, this is one of those plays. I'm begging you guys, if this bumps up to 5, do not take it. All right, this is one of those plays I do think is going to bump up to 5 within the first couple of hours of me sending this out. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes good plays bump, all right? That's just the name of the game, right? If you take someone at 4.5 and they're supposed to be at 5.5, PrizePicks is eventually going to bump it up. They're eventually going to find the equilibrium, okay? But 4.5, take this all day. If this bumped up to 5, don't take it anymore, okay? Find another pick. You can actually pair up Donovan Mitchell with the two-man I'm about to give you as well if you want to do this. But simple entry here, I think Noah Clowney should be at about 5 or 5.5. Again, don't take him any higher than 4.5. All right, now the third pick of the day is going to be in Call of Duty. Now, if you really want to, this Donovan Mitchell play, I'm going to have this like a star here, and I'm gonna just say like DM, right? You could go ahead and take Donovan Mitchell right here and make this a 3-man. This would be a 6x for you, which is great. So you could have Donovan Mitchell up here as a discount, and then you could have a correlated Call of Duty entry right here, which would be a very, very good play. And it's a play that I would honestly, send out. So we do have Call of Duty, and we have correlation. Now, this is going to be a little bit of something to explain, but it's really easy at the end of the day if you just think about it in terms of you have one team and another team and they're playing each other. When a team is playing each other, you're going to have one team that wins and you're going to have one team that loses. All right. Everyone knows that. That's true in football and NBA and eSports. It doesn't matter. When you're playing someone in a video game, when you're playing someone in pickup basketball, you're going to have a winner, you're going to have a loser. All right. Everyone understands that. Now we have the team Boston and we have the team Texas. Okay. This guy right here, I wish their colors were a little bit different, but you'll see this guy is just a little bit different of a jersey color than these guys here. But this guy is on the team Boston. All right. So I'm going to put a B here. These guys are on the team Texas, all right? So the team Texas is a lot better than the team Boston, okay? So this team is very likely to win. I would say they probably have an 80% chance of winning this game. So this team, and again, you can find these odds on the internet, right? You can find these odds about what Vegas is actually pricing these guys at. But again, this team probably has a 20% chance of winning. This team has an 80% chance of winning. So I like the odds on Texas. Now, with the Texas guys, there are four players to a team. So betting on 3 guys, the Shotzi, Hook, and Dashi is pretty much like getting the whole team and taking them over. So I'm taking Shotzi, Hook, Dashi to go over their kill totals, right? Over 103.5 kills combined. So it's all of their kills combined through the games that they're playing. And then I'm taking this Cammy guy and I'm taking him under KD, okay? Which is kill death ratio, okay? So let me explain what this means. You have this guy, which is kills divided by deaths. Now, this guy's probably going to lose the game, right? This Boston team is probably going to lose the game, which means what's going to happen? He's not going to get many kills and he's going to get a lot of deaths. Why is he going to get a lot of deaths? Because he's losing the game. When you lose a game of Call of Duty, you're going to get a lot of deaths instead of kills, right? I think we can all understand that, right? You're going to do a lot worse than the other team if you're losing the game. Now, if this Texas team is winning, they're going to get a lot of kills and they're not going to get as many deaths. If they're getting a lot of kills, who are they killing? They're killing the Boston team. This guy's on the Boston team. What's happening when he's getting killed? He's dying a lot. So if his deaths go up, if his Ds go up, his deaths go up, and his kills don't go up and they go down and he doesn't have that many kills, that means he's going to have a lot more deaths than kills, which is meaning his ratio is going to go down, okay? So it's a little bit complicated. I get it, but it's basic math, guys. If he gets more deaths than kills, his ratio is going down. Okay, if this Texas team wins the game, they're going to get a lot of kills. Who are they going to be killing? They're going to be killing this guy on Boston and the other players on the Boston team, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. I get it if it's a little bit complicated. But really, just think about it at the end of the day. You have a team, you have another team, you have team A, team B. If team A wins, they're going to do a lot more of the killing. If team B wins, they're going to do a lot more of the killing and vice versa, okay? So if one team thrives, the other team's not going to. If the other team thrives, the other team's not going to, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Now, there's plays like this all over the board all the time on PrizePicks. If some of you guys out there, that probably just blew your mind and be like, dude, that completely, I completely get that. I completely understand this. Now, one thing about this is this is a 3x entry, so there's no payout shift for this. So you could take a NHL play and an NBA play playing on completely separate, separate areas of the country and complete separate games for a 3x, or you could take this play here that is extremely correlated together. I just explained why it's so correlated, right? It's very tied together, just the same way that we bet on NFL and college football and League of Legends, guys. These games are tied together. If one thing happens, both of these things are going to happen, and we're getting absolutely no payout shift for it. So that's why Call of Duty is one of my favorite things to bet on as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything that I discussed today, text me. My number's in a couple of places on this video, especially up on the top of the screen and then down in the description. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.